going to recap on what we have learned from chapter 10. Um, First, we will look at pricing. These are the table of contents for chapter 10, by the way. First, we will look at pricing. So, what is price? Price can be the amount of money that for charged for a product or service, or it can be defined as the sum of values that customers pay to exchange to consume a product or service. Pricing is pretty hard because company has to make a fair profit as well as make a price seems valuable to attract customers. And despite the um, price remains like the important element in the marketing mix, um, because it is the marketing mix that produces revenue, and all of the other elements represent costs, and it plays a part in the company's overall value proposition. And it is a key role in creating customer value and building good relationship with customers. Uh, so we need to use price as a strategic tool in the market.
So now we move to the second learning objectives, major pricing strategies. So the first one is customer value-based pricing. Value-based pricing means that the marketer cannot design a product and marketing program and then set the price. Customer value-based pricing uses buyers' perceptions and of value as the key to pricing. Value-based pricing begins with analyzing consumer needs and value perceptions, and the price is set to match perceived value. While cost-based pricing is described as a strategy to determine the selling prices of a company's products based on their production costs. Overall, value-based pricing focuses on the customers when determining the price, while cost-based pricing focuses on the cost when determining the price. Good value pricing, offering the right combination of quality and good service at a fair price. One quick example of is a business that uses this pricing strategy is budget airlines that offer low cost airfares for those who want to travel but are willing to skip premium services from most airlines, like in-flight meals and travel suites. Many companies adopt value-added pricing strategies rather than cutting prices to match competitors. They add quality services and value-added features to differentiate their offers and thus support their higher prices. Cost-based pricing. Cost-based pricing involve setting prices based on the cost of product producing, distributing, and selling the product, plus a fair rate of return for the company's effort and risk. There are two forms of cost, fixed cost and variable cost. Fixed costs are costs that do not vary with production or sales value. For example, a company must pay each month's bill for rent, each interest, and executive salaries, regardless of the company's level of output. Variable costs vary directly with the level of production. For instance, each smartphone or tablet produced by Samsung involves a cost of computer chips, wires, plastics, packaging, and other inputs. Total costs are the sum of the fixed and variable costs at different levels of production. For example, suppose Lenovo built a plant to produce 1,000 tablets computers per day. The first graph shows that the cost per tablet is high if Lenovo's factory produces less than 1,000 tablets per day. The average cost per unit decrease. This is the point where the plant becomes the most efficient, and if Lenovo tries to produce more than 1,000, the average cost will increase and the plant becomes less and less efficient. The second graph illustrates a larger plant to sell 2,000 tablets a day. The unit cost of producing 2,000 tablets per day would be lower than the unit cost of producing 1,000 units per day. In fact, a 3,000 daily production plan is the best site to build if demand is strong enough to support this level of production. Cost and as a function of production experience. As Lenovo gains experience in producing tablets, workers become more familiar with the equipment, the work becomes better organized. Lenovo finds better equipment and production processes, and as a result, the average cost tends to decrease with accumulated production experience. This drop is called the experience curve, as the more accumulated production, the less cost per unit. Cost plus pricing, adding a standard markup to the cost of the product. Suppose that a company sells a product for $1 and that $1 includes all the costs that go into making and marketing the product. The company may then add a percentage on top of that $1 as the plus part of cost plus pricing. That portion of the price is the company's profits. Depending on the company, the percentage of markup may also include some factors reflecting the current market or economic conditions. If the demand is low, then the market percentage may be lower to lure in customers. On the other hand, if the demand for the product is high and economic conditions are good, the markup percentage may be higher as the company feels it can demand a higher price for its product. And the last one in major pricing strategies is competition-based pricing. Involves setting price based on competitors' strategies, cost, price, market, and market offerings. Importantly, the goal is not to match or beat competitors' price, rather the goal is to set prices according to the relative value created versus competitors. If a company creates greater value for customers, higher prices are justified.
Other internal and external considerations affect price decisions. Overall marketing strategy, objectives, and mix. Price is only one element of the company's broader marketing strategy. So, before setting price, the company must decide on its overall marketing strategy for the product or service. Finding that the magical price-value trade-off can be very difficult, and pricing strategies often require regular realignment to meet changes in the pricing environment. If a company has selected a target market and positioning carefully, then marketing mix strategy, including price, will be fairly straightforward. Pricing may play an important role in helping to accomplish company objectives at many levels. A firm can set price to attract new customers or profitably retain existing ones. It can set price low to prevent competitors from entering the market or set prices at the competitors' levels to stabilize the market. Price decisions must be coordinated with product design, distributions, and promotions decisions to form a consistent and effective integrated marketing mix program. Decisions made for other marketing mix variables may affect pricing decisions. Companies often position their products on price and then tailor other marketing mix decisions to the prices they want to charge. Here, price is a crucial product positioning factor that defines the product's market, competitions, and desire. Other companies de-emphasize price, and use other marketing methods to create non-price positions. Often the best strategy is not to charge the lowest price, but rather to differentiate it. The marketing offer to make it worth a higher price. Organizational considerations. Management must decide who within organizations should set prices. Companies handle pricing in a variety of ways. In small companies, prices are often set by top management rather than by marketing or sales departments. In large companies, pricing is typically handled by divisional or product managers. In industrial markets, salespeople may be allowed to negotiate with customers within certain price ranges. The market and demand. Pricing in different types of markets. The seller's pricing freedom varies with different types of markets. Economists recognize 4 types of markets, each presenting a different pricing challenge. Under pure competitions, the market consists of many buyers and sellers trading in a uniform commodity, such as wheat, copper, or financial securities. No single buyer or seller has much effect on the going market price. Under monopolistic competitions, the market consists of many buyers and sellers trading over a range of prices rather than a single market price. A range of prices occurs because sellers can differentiate their offers to buyers. Analyzing the price-demand relationship. Each price the company might charge will lead to a different level of demand. The relationship between the price chart and the resulting demand level is shown in the demand curve. Price elasticity of demand. Marketers also need to know price elasticity, how responsive demand will be to a change in price. If demand hardly changes with a small change in price, we say demand is inelastic. If demand changes greatly, we say the demand is elastic. If demand is elastic rather than inelastic, sellers will consider lowering their prices. A lower price will produce more total revenue. This practice makes a sense as long as the extra costs of producing and selling more do not exist. The extra revenue. The economic conditions can have a strong impact on the firm's pricing strategies. Economic factors such as a boom or recessions, inflations, and interest rates affect pricing decisions because they affect consumer spending, consumer perceptions of the product's price and value, and the company's cost of producing and selling a product. The most obvious response to the new economic realities is to cut prices and offer discounts. Other external factors beyond the market and the economy, the company must consider several other factors in its external environment when setting prices. It must note what impact its prices will have on other parties in its environment. The government is another important external influence on pricing decisions. And finally, social concerns may need to be taken into account. In setting prices, a company's short-term sales, market share, and profit goals may need to be tempered by broader social considerations. New product pricing strategies. Market skimming pricings. Many companies that invent new products set high initial price to skim revenues layer by layer from the market. Apple frequently uses this strategy called market skimming pricing or price skimming. Market skimming makes sense only under certain conditions. First, the product's quality and image must support its higher price, and enough buyers must want the product at the price. Second, the cost of producing a smaller volume cannot be so high that they cancel the advantage of charging more. Finally, competitors should not be able to enter the market easily and undercut the high price. Market penetrations pricing. Rather than setting a high initial price to scheme of small but profitable market segments, some companies use market penetrations pricing. Companies set a low initial price to penetrate the market quickly and deeply to attract a large number of buyers quickly and win a large market share. The higher sales volume result in a falling cost, allowing companies to cut their prices even further.
We're going to look at the product mix pricing strategies. There are 5 main strategies. There's the product line pricing. They will set price steps between various products, different products, the total mix. And then there's the optional product pricing. That is pricing for products that come for additional additional products and services that come with the main products or accessories, things like additional services and foods or things like that on the airplane. And there's the captive product pricing. That is pricing products that must be used along with the main product for full value benefits, like video games for video game consoles, razor blades for razors. Then there's byproduct pricing. This pricing byproducts, the waste or products produced when making the main product to help offset the cost of the disposing those same byproducts. And then finally, there's product bundles pricing. This is a combination of products that we combine and then we offer for the low price, for the reduced price as opposed to individual price.
Price adjustment strategies. Discount and allowances pricing. Discount is a reduction in price and allowances is promotional money from manufacturers to retailers in return for an agreement. For example, we have cash discount is 210 and 30 is 2% discount if you pay within 10 days. Otherwise, the payment is due in 30 days. Holiday discount is price reduction to buyers who buy in large volumes. Functional discount is trade channel members who perform certain functions like selling, storing, and record keeping. Seasonal account is price reduction for buyers who buy out of seasons services or products. For example, in this case, H&M offers 70% discount if you buy the out of seasons products. Trading allowances is price reductions given for turning in an old item. Promotional allowances is payments of price reductions that reward dealers for participating in advertising and sales support programs. Segmented pricing. Segmented pricing sells products at 2 or more prices to accommodate for different situations. For example, Vietnam Airlines offered 15% discount for senior citizens who are 60 years or older in domestic flights. And that is customer segment pricing. Location-based pricing, the company charges different prices for different locations. Product form pricing, product form pricing is different versions of the product are priced differently. Product form pricing is different versions of the product are priced differently. And time-based pricing is the prices are different by the season, month, day, or the hour. For example, King Karaoke, they offer 3 types of room services, or ordinary VIP and super VIP, and charged with different prices. That is product form pricing. And for time-based pricing, we have different price for 10 from 10 to 6 p.m. and from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. And we have different prices for the day of the week, for Sunday to Wednesday, from Thursday to Saturday, and holidays. We have different prices. Psychological pricing. Companies set the price considering the psychological factors, not just simply economical. For example, a price ending in 0.99 is based on the theory that we are most attracted to the first digit since we read from left to right. And that's why shoppers are more likely to buy a product for $4.99 than an identical one for $5. Like the item that starts with the 4 just seems a better deal than the price starts with 5. Promotional pricing. It offers discounts or sells a product at a lower price. For example, Men in Vietnam, a period panties company, offers the same price of 250k VND for all the products, rather than the original price of 380k 18,000 VND during Vietnam National Women's Day. And Highland Coffee increases the price from 10% to 15% due to post-COVID-19 inflation. And the company gives out vouchers and coupons to continue to keep attracting customers. Geographical pricing. We have first we have FOB origin pricing, which is freight on board. Origin pricing is the customer who pays for the price of shipping from the sellers to the buyers. The price varies between locations. Uniform delivered pricing is the opposite from freight on board origin pricing. The company charges the same price plus freight for all customers. For example, people from other regions pay the product's prices plus $100 freight. Zone pricing is the company divides different zones and charges different prices. Basing point pricing. Freight cost is set from the company's basing point to the customer locations. Freight absorption pricing is pricing in which the seller absorbs all or part of the freight charges in order to get the desired business. In this example is a mix between zone pricing and basing point pricing. Is within Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, the price are different with 22,000. And for zone pricing, the price that ship from Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City to the same region which is Hanoi, to the northern regions is different than Hanoi to the central or the southern regions. And that is also the basing point pricing. It's from a one place to different zones. Dynamic and online pricing is adjust prices continually to meet characteristics and needs of individual customers and situations. International pricing is adjust the price to meet the different expectations and conditions in different world markets. For example, Spotify charge different prices for different regions based on the income, the average income of that country. For example, Vietnam, the price was just 2.42 USD, and used in the US is 9.99 USD. Australia is 7.48 USD. In Japan, it's 6.59 USD.
Now we will talk about price change. Initiating price change is in some case the company might find it desirable to initiate either a price cut or a price increase. In both cases, it must anticipate possible buyer and competitor reactions. Several situations may lead a firm to consider cutting its price. One such circumstance is its capacity. Another is falling demand in the face of strong price competition or a weak economy. A successful price increase can greatly improve profit. When raising price, the company must avoid being perceived as the price soldier. When gasoline price rise rapidly, angry customers often accuse the major oil companies of enriching themselves by gouging customers. About buyer reaction to price change, customers do not always interpret price change in straightforward way. A price increase, which would normally lower sales, may have some positive meaning for buyers. Competitors are most likely to react when the number of firms involved is small, when the product is uniform, and when the buyer are well informed about product and price. This picture shows the ways the company might access and respond to a competitor cut price. So they use it to know how to be competitive the product with the another brand. For instance, Starbucks has positioned itself to best coffee unit to compete more directly with the mass premium brand sold by Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, and other lower price competitors. About this picture, in setting price, companies usually are not free to charge whatever price they wish because many federal, state, and even local government the rule of fair play in pricing. In addition, the company must consider broader societal pricing concerns, and this picture is show the major public policy issue in pricing for the company. And they have to tie up pricings within general level. Is the seller also prohibited by using predatory pricings, selling below cost, punishing a competitor, or gaining higher long-run profit by putting competitor out of business? And the other one is across the general level, because law also prohibits retail or resale price maintained by manufacturer cannot require dealer to charge a specific retail price for its product. The major public policy issue in pricing is include potentially damaging price practice within the given level of the journal, such as price fixing and predatory pricing. Thank you for listening.